Hi! Okay, so when you first enter the store, there's a really quick tribute to my grandfather, which is one of the main reasons that I felt really connected to the idea of opening a store is because he was a shop owner. And so it was always really meaningful to me to want to become a business owner. Our different genres, nonfiction, thrillers, fiction. Um, this is where we showcase the book clubs that are coming up. So it's really fun for people to come in and see what events we have going on and decide if they'd like to participate. I have been so excited to launch book clubs that just I love going to book clubs. So the idea of being able to start book clubs in the store and create the kind of vibe that I would like to see at a book club where everyone's voice is heard and they're having input in choosing the books and all of that has been super fun. This is our wall of recommendations. From the start, I've been asking neighbors, friends of the store, members, frequent customers to take turns curating a shelf of their own favorite books each month. It's been really fun and also a way to get introduced to such a variety of book recommendations. I just started reading a newly released book called I See You've Called Him Dead, which sounds so funny. It's about an obituary writer, so I'm really loving that. Bookish Notions opened for just a few days before Christmas 2024. We were not quite ready to open our doors yet and only had parts of the store accessible to customers, but it was really great to start getting to meet the neighborhood before the holiday season. But then we opened in earnest in mid-January 2025, and it's been absolutely amazing. It's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. And during the time that I worked as an English teacher and as a counselor at schools, I just always loved to read and really enjoyed the way that you can connect with different people through everyone's love of books. We're located in Media, Pennsylvania, which is almost comical in how warm and friendly everybody is. It sort of reminds me of Stars Hollow from the Gilmore Girls. Um, but yeah, it's just everybody is super nice. They care about shopping local. And these days, I think a lot of people are looking for alternatives to Amazon. When somebody comes in and expresses that they see themselves represented on the shelves in the authors and in the stories that are told in a way that they don't always feel welcome to different communities, that really made me feel affirmation that I was on the right track, because that's a really important thing to me. I feel like I've gotten more job satisfaction in the last 4 months than I have in the whole rest of my career. One thing that's been really fun is seeing parents and young children come in. And I like how the kids make a beeline to the kids section. This is designed to be just a really warm, welcoming space for kids and their adults that they bring with them.
I used to always come here to get one of the Diary of Wimpy Kids selections each day.
I love the selection Allison keeps in stock, and I like that if there's something I want that isn't here, she's always quick to order it, like these boxcar kid books for my son who started reading chapter books. And we're trying to support more small businesses this year, so it made sense to put our business here instead of Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
The membership program launched at the same time as the bookstore launched, so it's sort of like grown up together. So it's been a really great experience so far. I've been planning our first members event and seeing the feedback that I've gotten about how excited people are to have a place to gather with other book people has been really rewarding and really fun. So I'm definitely anticipating a great first member event, and I think that building that sense of community is the thing that's going to make the biggest difference for the people and also for the store. Just feeling like it's great if you want to just stop by and buy a book every now and then. That's completely a great way to interact with the store. But for people who are really, really into it, it's fun to have a special group for that. We want to meet customers where they are. And so I'm actually not at all concerned right away when I meet somebody about having them become a member. That to me is something that naturally occurs down the road if they're interested in that. But what I do try to do initially is ask them if they are receiving our emails to learn about upcoming events. A lot of people are already on our list. We have about 1,200 people who are receiving our emails, but there are many people who come through on a daily basis who are just walking by, discovering us for the first time, or have never visited before. So standard procedure at checkout is to ask, oh, are you receiving Bookish Notions emails? Would you like to learn about what's going on down the road with us? And if they say yes, we add their email into the system. They'll get, as part of the monthly newsletter, they'll get information about how to become a member so that they can learn about it in a very relaxed, no pressure environment. Down the road, if people are coming in a lot or showing a lot of interest, then we can ask them if they want to become a member, either through signing up here at the desk or scanning a QR code that we have, where we're never putting pressure on anybody to sign up. If it feels like the right fit for them, that's amazing. We would love for them to be more involved. But if not, they're still welcome here anytime, and they're going to be treated well when they come. Once I start to get to know a customer by name and they know me by name, maybe they've ordered some books that we didn't have in stock. Maybe they were looking for a gift for someone and I was able to offer some suggestions. I think once that customer and store relationship deepens a little bit, it's pretty natural for people to decide they want to sign up. I tend to lead with the idea, I sort of use the term frequent flyer a lot. I say, if you think you might be a frequent flyer at the bookstore, we have 2 different levels of membership that you might be interested in. And by paying either $10 or $20 a month, you can save 10 or 20% on all of your store purchases. You also get certain perks like a store t-shirt and a coupon to use on your birthday month. So it's just another way of becoming more involved with the store. And in some cases, if somebody is placing a large order, I might specifically cite the amount that they could save today. If you'd like to become a member, you could save $15 on today's purchase, so it might be worth your while. So just sort of in a casual way, let them know about their options so they can decide if it's a good fit for them. People sometimes ask, what are the different member events? Because invitation to member events is also another perk of the membership. One thing that's very easy is that people can show me on their phone a little QR code that shows that they're a member. That's really convenient. It's on them to show me that. I don't have to remember it. So that's a really nice thing. I didn't even realize in advance how helpful it was going to be, but it's been really easy, like sort of a natural way for you to get a sense of who your most excited customers are, because it's going to weed people out, right? The people who become members are the people who really care a lot about books and about the community aspect and all of that. So for me, it's been a really positive thing. I also think it's important to have somebody who knows more about these things than you do. And since I was coming into this never having started a business before or done any sort of membership program, it was really helpful for me to know what questions I wasn't even asking, right? So working with people who have expertise in this and who have really planned their whole business model around helping bookstores convert customers into members and build that kind of community was really invaluable and not something I even thought about before getting on board. Like, I didn't even realize how little I knew about memberships until I started talking with someone who was good at that. And so, yeah, I think you should totally go for it, and you have really nothing to lose. Like, they make money when you make money. So I think it's a really positive model.